Hey, and welcome back. Today we're going to be making this easy DIY maxi skirt out of a pair of jeans and some extra fabric. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing you will need is a pair of jeans. I have a pair of jeans. I have this denim fabric that I wanted to use because the inside is kind of a contrasting color for it. Originally, I was going to do a little more detail on it, but the three colors together I didn't like so well, so I decided to just go with one side of the fabric. First thing you're going to need to do is open up all of the seams, well, not all of them, but open up the inside seams on your jeans. You see I'm cutting right along the seam line, not actually on it, but just along the side of it. And you will do that for the whole inside. Once you get to the crotch kind of inside area there, you're going to cut up. I'm not going to cut all the way up. Depends on how it lays. You can cut up a bit more, but I just cut up about halfway so that it'll lay flat when I'm done. And then you're going to go down the other side and cut that too till you have a complete opening. Once you're done with that, then you can see how it already is starting to take shape. And you're just going to have to go along the back and also cut up. Again, I'm not cutting all the way up. You could cut further up, but I just wanted to cut up enough just to lay it flat. So once I'm done with that, then I'll play around with it to make sure it's going to lay flat enough so that I can top stitch it over and it'll look like a skirt. So you're going to do the same with the front and the back, and you're just going to pin it once you have it in the position that you want. I've done that, and I'm taking it over to the machine. With denim or any thick fabric, you're going to have to probably adjust your machine some and lift it up to get it underneath there. But once you get it in, and make sure you use the right type needle also. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to stitch along the thread that was already there, and I'm going to do it twice. So I'm going to go over the first time kind of a little bit in, and then I'm going to go over a second time at the outer edge, just so it doesn't have that lift when it's done. I'm going to do the same thing with the back, and then I'm going to take it over and cut off all the excess threads that were left over. Once I've done that, then I lay it flat and make sure it still has the same shape that I wanted it to have in the beginning. And you can cut away the excess little flap right there once you're done with it, but make sure you cut it correctly so that you don't mess up the shape of the outside of the skirt. Once I'm done with that, I will lay it flat and begin to see which side of the fabric I want to use and how I want to lay it. Originally, I was going to go with stripes across using contrasting colors, but once I did it, I didn't like the colors the way they were with this specific wash of denim, so I decided to just go with one solid piece in the middle. So I'm just trying to figure out how much of the fabric I will need for this. If you had went to the thrift store or someplace, or you had some extra fabric from like a skirt or something, you could just use that in there also. But I did have this extra denim fabric laying around. Once I did that, I went to cut two pieces, one for the front and one for the back. You could just pin it down like this and sew it and then cut away the excess when you're done. But I decided to just cut the pieces out before I sewed it. But you're just going to lay it out flat and make sure you have the shape you want. Then you can cut your pieces and then you can pin them down so that you can take them over to the sewing machine. Once you've pinned everything front and back, now you can take it over and you can sew it. So it's just that simple, and it doesn't take that long, and it's easy steps. Again, I'm going to sew it as close to the edge so that it doesn't lift up, when it's done. You could and have that little frayed effect at the seams, but I didn't want to do that. It does have a little bit of fraying because of the way it was cut, but I didn't want excessive fraying. Done. And then I trimmed away the excess, and that is it. It is basically done. And I also trimmed the hem to get it all even, and I left it unfinished at the hem because I wanted a raw edge. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next easy upcycle DIY.